Cool. Well, this is the Fake Racers podcast.
What a lame
wait, for real?
cold open. What is wrong with you?
Whoa.
Why'd you ruin that?
Well, we got all our banter
No,
out of the
real
way
quick.
already.
No, it's not that. I just wanted to start this episode by once again, because I think I've done everything we've done in the past week. Thank you so much, everyone, for not only 2 years of us being on JTN now, but getting us to that 1,000 subscriber mark over on the main YouTube. Appreciate you, love you, kiss kiss. Bristol's back there. He's a little tuckered out, but he's appreciative too. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys hate everyone, which is fine. You know,
I do.
I'm not gonna. Yeah.
There's nothing redeeming about any of our viewers.
To be fair, there's nothing redeeming about the 2 out of 3 people on this podcast.
Exactly. If you're willingly listening to people who have no redeeming qualities, then as far as I'm concerned, you're us.
Yeah. It's
That's really it.
Oh, I can't say that. Never mind.
That's really it. Sorry.
I hate it when people do that. Oh, I can't
What?
say it. Oh, I can't say it. I can't say it.
I do it.
Well,
that's why
because I
do it all
started
the
to
time.
say the joke, and then I was like, wait, no, I can't, because that means you'll have to do editing, so I'm not. So
That's a good reason. Davy's reason
Yeah.
of, oh, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Or
here, I'll type it.
just,
Yeah, I do. I mean, I do not want to.
I
do
get,
that.
no, I
It's
get
a
it. Like,
real
it's a
thing.
valid thing, but like, once you say, oh, I'm not going to say it, it's like, okay, so now my
Yeah.
feelings are hurt because I knew you were going to say a mean thing. I'd rather.
Well,
you
yeah,
say
but
the mean
I
thing.
didn't say a mean thing though. That's the thing is I didn't say it. It's a difference.
Is it a difference though? Because I mean,
Yes.
saying a mean thing and
Yeah.
knowing that a mean
Yes, it
thing
is.
was thought
Yeah, it
are
is a
different
difference.
than
Yep.
not knowing
It is-
anything
it's a difference.
at all.
It's been a difference the whole time.
I
Yeah.
don't think so. You still thought the thought.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Not in the same way.
Yeah, you still thought it though.
Thought wasn't
Yeah.
thought wasn't processed in its entirety.
On another note, I gotta make a decision. Do I buy a new desk or a new keyboard first?
Desk.
Um,
Definitely
yeah.
desk.
I'm
Desk
thinking
would
about
be
buying the
best.
same one because I broke my desk about a year and a half ago.
Mm.
Actually, no, it's probably a little longer than that. Punching it post race. No, actually, it was
That's
mid
not
race.
healthy. That's not.
No,
healthy.
it's not, and it was funny because I told my girlfriend at the time about it, and I was like, "So I just cracked my IKEA desk by punching it mid race," and she was like, "Maybe you should take a break," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm not telling you this because I'm proud of it." Oh my god, this dent has gotten really big. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to replace this. I have it covered with a big ass mouse pad, so yeah.
I'm not bleeping
Don't see
that
it
one out.
anymore.
Dale Jr. said it on TV.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, hey guys, we're back. We're all washed off from all the dirt at Bristol because we were there, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, I did in Dewey's race picks. I did pick me for the truck race, so I was there.
Fair. You did do that.
I did not win, unfortunately.
I don't think a lot of people won with the truck race.
No.
True.
It's typically how
Very
races
true.
go.
Truck
Usually,
races
there's only one
especially.
winner.
Truck races, especially, there's
Yeah.
definitely only one winner. The fans
Yeah.
do not win often.
But
That was the lamest cold open we've ever done. I'm sorry,
I
guys.
tried
I
to
didn't
be
think of anything.
wholesome.
I didn't think of
and you were
anything
just like,
interesting.
"Ugh,
for
this
the-
is lame. Ugh." Tried to be nice and be like, thanks guys for all your support and stuff. And you're just
Okay, anyway, like I was saying,
that's
I
lame.
gotta start thinking of like interesting stuff for the cold open again because
yeah, you should
apparently
probably
no
do
one
that.
else can.
Maybe you should
Apparently
pull
no
your
one else can
weight
do it.
around
Matt,
here.
I understand not doing the cold open because Matt feeds off the energy.
Yeah.
Joe's just bad at the cold open. I guess it's fine.
Well, one of my other things is like when we do cold openings, it's just supposed to be us talking, and I can't just talk normally without swearing a lot, so
That's fine.
it's hard for me to tell stories without dropping the F-bomb a few times, so I'm trying. Yeah, boom. Anyway, Bristol Dirt. That was a race.
We're just gonna. Oh my god. No one had anything fun happen.
I love Davey.
Who
had this week?
No. Listen, Davey is
What'd you guys have this
so
week?
so quick to critique how we do this show, yet doesn't help with setting it up in any way.
I absolutely will. When Tommy came on, I wrote the show sheet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Over under 2 days before the post gets made on the Fake Racers Twitter account.
Oh, what do you mean? It's almost always under.
Was it last
It
week?
wasn't last week, but I made a funny tweet to make up for it. So listen, that was one of the more well received and funnier posts for the podcast.
I got a kick out of it.
Uh-huh.
I guess
I
since
don't,
we
I
want
don't hear a soul complaining about it other than one guy who didn't even read it the first time he read it. I said it was funny. He was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't read it. Yeah, that is funny. Excuse me." Like, what do you mean? What are you trying to come at me for? You don't even read the post. You just see if they're there.
Listen, Davey, I have a lot of things on my plate.
So last week so this past week we ran USORL stuff at Indianapolis, and that was quite fun.
Yeah.
I NR 2003 I think is deciding it once again hates me. I think we're
Sucks.
back on a
Welcome to the club, baby.
I think we're back on a bad relationship with that game. Was led the most laps, and I sped at the end.
Oh,
It was kind of lame. It was pretty boring, or not boring, but it was pretty sad.
that said, shout out to our boy Antonio Ruiz, track guru.
That's what I was coming to next.
Yeah.
Is Antonio Ruiz, one of the coolest, nicest people in the league, got his first win. So I was very happy about that.
We've jokingly had a running meme in the USRL where we're like, "Hey, can you make this track?" And
It's
Antonio
an
just does
absurd
it.
track.
He made the Evergreen Road Course in 2 hours last night. Like somebody posted it like this
That's
track layout's
really
stupid,
funny.
and then 2 hours later, Antonio was like, "Yeah, here's a beta version of it." So, yeah, shout out to
Really
him though.
funny.
Big fan.
Mm.
I played
Joe
in a
just wants
cornhole
to talk
tournament.
about boring stuff. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear about the cornhole tournament.
I got spanked in the cornhole tournament because I feel like
Hold on. Literally or figuratively?
Both.
that's up for interpretation.
I'm interpreting.
Okay. So I feel like I'm a pretty decent cornhole player, but it was like the level of when you go bowling and then your one friend has his own ball and shoes, and you're like, oh, that was everybody. So everybody had their own set of bags and everything, and I went 1-5. So
Ooh.
it was a good time.
Honestly, sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was like all of my brother's friends. It was for a good cause though, so that's fun.
Good. All right, let's talk about the boring stuff. Joe acts like I'm talking to him. We all have to talk about the boring stuff. It's boring for all of us.
I like it how like, I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
Say it.
Bristol dirt. No, I'm
No,
not gonna
say
say
it.
it.
Say
No,
it.
No balls.
I hate when people do that.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Just say it. Little baby boy. Little baby man.
Davey doesn't put any planning into anything ever.
No, I don't.
and then
But that's
complains
why we're
about
so good.
things being bad. And
You're right.
Yeah, because planning's hard, and that's why we have other people.
Planning's hard, and that's why I wing it. And if I wing it and it's not good, it's someone else's fault. So
Joe, you're literally describing the entirety of my 4 years in high school. So
that explains a lot.
yeah,
It was Bristol. It was dirt. We threw some dirt on one of the best short tracks. Yeah, I don't know.
we did it again.
yeah.
It happened again. V2, baby.
And it went.
It went
I
a
was-
lot smoother.
I was
this
gonna say
year.
way better this time around. For
Yeah.
Sure.
His first race, first heat for the trucks on Saturday. He had issues with the track not being packed in enough. Had the same issue at the start of the Cup race.
Mhm.
Kevin Harvick was a whiny baby, but nothing new there. And then he got wrecked. And then he said, "I don't want to do this ever again." Even though pre-race he was like, "Oh yeah, this is kind of cool." It's crazy how that works.
Typical driver stuff, man.
Yeah.
Typical driver stuff.
No kidding. But Ben Rhodes was your Truck Series race winner. I think did he sweep both stages too?
Oh, dang. I don't know.
He was fast. Like he was fast.
Yeah,
For not
he was
being
really
a
fast.
guy that's got a lot of dirt experience. Obviously reigning series champion. First win
Mhm.
on the year.
I don't know, but
Is that
whatever.
really his first win?
Yeah, it's his first win of the year.
Huh. I thought he already won. Huh. How about that? Yeah.
Truck race
That
certainly
finish-
happened.
That finish was a bummer though.
Yeah, it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The truck race, it was forgettable, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
It really was.
Which honestly, for the trucks, is probably a good thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But
Haley Deegan's, I think, struggled, which this felt like probably one of the races where they'd be able to get back on track was really quick in practice Friday, then junked the truck.
Ooh,
Yeah, didn't Tanner Gray, I think, wrecked too at some
I don't
point.
know.
Yeah, Haley finished 18th.
Carson Hocevar probably coulda, woulda won that race. Unfortunately,
Mm.
he's still
Yeah.
his. I love it when they're able to kind of show the emotion of the drivers. They had the camera on him right after, and he's just standing there over the truck looking down. Still has his helmet on. You can tell he's all
Yeah.
defeated and stuff. It's always
Yeah.
good to see the emotions. Fox did a good job
Yeah.
this weekend. We'll talk about that.
It was
But,
annoying too, though, that Rhodes basically caused the last caution, and then he benefited from it. And I was like, "Come on!" So, yeah.
Typical
What are
Ben
you gonna
Rhodes.
do? Carson's gonna get his eventually.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got to think that he might end up being a favorite for Knoxville because he was really good there last year when we go there in June.
Yeah.
I don't know how many other tracks, just because Nice, that's their best truck and he's their best driver by far. But I don't know if that's their best stuff is up to par with the GMS and the KBMs, Thor Sports of the world,
Yeah.
DGRs, or Front Row, I guess. But
Yeah, surely Carson Hocevar was not the only Chevy driver who had his first win taken away from him agonizingly close to the end this weekend, right? Right, you guys? Surely it can't happen again.
do you want to just start there? I mean, do we?
I don't know. This is
You kind of
I'm,
jumped a
I'm
couple
foreshadowing,
hurdles.
Joe. I'm trying to build
Foreshadowing.
suspense.
Foreshadowing.
Let him build
All
suspense.
right,
Oh
well
my
let's
God.
go ahead and move to the Cup Series race. Let's talk about the race itself, and then we'll kind of talk about some of the stuff that happened before, during, after. The whole
God.
it was raining, pretty much the
Yeah, it
whole
was.
second stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
DW's vortex theory worked.
Yeah. I unfortunately missed the start of the race, so I did not see what the whole scoring fiasco was. So
You missed the stage 2
Yeah.
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't get home until
So-
midway through stage 3.
Okay, so the way NASCAR has this race set up is you take the stage caution, and then you run a lap, and it's a red flag. You come down pit lane, everyone's frozen in place. The cars that want to stay out, they're going to get to start at the front when the next stage starts. Until that next stage starts, you're in a red flag condition. People were not understanding, and I saw a lot of people, NASCAR's got a big problem on their hands. They don't. I don't know why people thought they did. Because cars stayed out at the end of stage 2. Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick, the Roush cars, a couple others, stayed out to get the track position, probably thinking that, okay, if it rains, this might end the race and we'll be up front, because then it was a matter of, can we make it on fuel? Which they ended up making it on fuel. But people were angry because it's like, well, Kyle Busch, he stayed out thinking he was going to win if it kept raining and blah, 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 blah. And Chase Briscoe came down because he didn't pit between it. It was a mess because people wanted it to be a mess, it felt like, to me. I don't know. Doesn't sound like, I don't know, Davey, I don't know if you watched, but to me, the way it was like formulating itself on Twitter and Discords and all these different groups that we're all a part of,
Yeah.
it sounded like people were trying to make a lot out of nothing, and were trying to make it a bigger issue than what it was, because it seemed like NASCAR the whole time understood. Like, I had a buddy that said, "Oh, NASCAR didn't know what they were doing." It's like, no, I'm pretty sure they knew what they were doing the whole time. It's just the communication wasn't there as quick as people would have liked it to be.
Yeah. I can agree with that assessment, because it felt like there was, it didn't seem like there was a ton of urgency on NASCAR's part to figure it out, because there was nothing to figure it out for them.
Mhm.
You know,
We're
Like,
gonna
they
go
had
back
it, like, it was-
racing, right? Like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
That was their intent the whole time.
Exactly.
Okay. What was the other thing I missed too was what happened with Custer and Harvick at the beginning of the race, because I missed that too.
So that's what I was talking about with the pack and the track. That it was really loose there at the start. Because if it wasn't, that track would have got slicked off really quick. My understanding of it, not a big dirt racing guy. So when it's like that, the cars they're throwing up all the mud, and then you're getting your grills clogged. And really, the SHR cars, except for Briscoe, who was leading, had issues with the grills getting clogged up. So Custer, he came down pit lane a couple laps before, and then Harvick had his clogged up, went a lap down. And then Almirola was coming down pit lane, and they threw a caution to let all the teams clear off all the grill openings. And Harvick's issue was that they threw a caution and they didn't give him a lucky dog. But I don't know if that was because he wasn't the first car. I don't know. I don't remember if they gave Almirola the lucky dog because he was a lap down, but he was on pit lane, or what they did. But Harvick was not having a good night overall.
Yeah.
No.
Weird.
But
Yeah, I guess because they assumed like we just pitted under green for what you just threw yellow for, so like why are we not getting the benefit of the yellow also? But
pit too early.
it's like, yeah, I can't think of a single scenario where that's ever happened where somebody had a problem under green and then NASCAR threw a yellow for it and was like, oh, take your spot back. So
always get back on the lead lap. Like Custer needed the next 2 cautions to get back because he was 2 down. Harvick needed a caution.
yeah.
It wasn't a mess. And anytime something like that happens, people, especially now, want to be like, "Oh, NASCAR, you suck. You suck, NASCAR. You're awful."
Typical NASCAR.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I didn't see it that way. I just thought it's a different race. The rules are a little bit different, right? I mean, there weren't pit crews there. Like it's a pretty different event just in that, or racing on dirt. I don't know.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? So it seemed like it was only an issue that the SHR cars had. So
Yep, and that was the funny part because they also talked about how Cole Custer's grill opening, they had a different screen on his than the other 3 SHR cars.
Yeah.
So, and then those screens got replaced. It's like, wow.
Yep.
I wonder why.
It was kind of cool because that was the one thing, with this car being so many common components, to see the different teams and how they were tackling that idea. Like some had a kind of like a curved like grill opening so that way air could still get in through the side, and some just had it like kind of on like pegs so it was away but it still kind of shielded the area. I don't know. For all the complaining that drivers and crews and people did coming into the week, it felt like it was okay.
Did you see the video that somebody posted earlier of the radio communication with Bubba Wallace and how his crew basically forgot to turn on the water system, so his car overheated? And it was a whole fiasco. I don't know the exact details of it, but 2311's been a mess this year, and not having Booty Barker there really showed, especially because both their cars were just like off pace.
I don't know.
They seem like a mess.
Dave Rogers was still there though.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's won cup races, right? I mean, he's been decent.
But it's like you can't always just plug a guy in, you know?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sometimes the chemistry and the leadership needs to be there. And not to say Dave Rogers isn't a leader, but if you have a group of guys who's been working under Booty and they trust Booty, like when they go to Dave Rogers, it's the language,
Different
the
guy.
vocabulary is different.
Yeah.
It's just different procedure.
Yeah,
So I get that. That makes sense.
Because the tweet I saw was talking about how the guy on the radio basically just wasn't understanding what Bubba was asking for half the time. He was like, my car is overheating. We screwed something up here. So, yeah, it's just a mess. Like, it's
Bubba had a good
like-
run going. He was inside the top 10 for a little bit in that last stage. I know they were another team that stayed out.
Yeah.
Had a cool looking car. There's Bristol.
Bristol.
He's gonna move over there. His spot was getting too warm.
Good dog.
He is a good dog. 2311, it's been surprising how bad they've been. Like,
Yeah.
bad.
Like, it was weird
Yeah.
that up until I think 2 weeks ago, Kurt Busch was the highest Toyota in points because Kurt and Bubba have just been invisible this year. Like, I know Kurt had like a couple top 10s like Atlanta, but most of that was attrition. Bubba had, his runner-up finish in the Daytona 500, but like outside of that, they have either been getting in trouble or like running like 20th every week.
Gonna need a big weekend this weekend for the 23.
Yeah.
It feels like it's kind of how they're gonna shape their summer if they do good this weekend. And
Yeah, because it feels like as a whole, and I had to do a little bit of research, and obviously it's relative to team and stuff, but like a lot of it doesn't seem like the Toyota stable as a whole is hitting as hard as the Fords or the Chevys.
Yeah. Yeah, the Toyotas as a whole have definitely struggled. So when you have and you're set up as you have one main team and then one satellite team, like
Mhm.
it's just kind of like a trickle down effect where the satellite team is going to struggle too.
Well, even the Fords, though. I mean, what our two Ford winners for the year are Chase Briscoe and Austin Cindric. Cindric in the
Yeah.
500. Like, I know
Yeah.
Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney, they're up there in the top 5 in points, so they've been strong
Yeah.
enough to win, but they're not closing the deal.
Harvick's been a mixed bag.
Almirola's had
Almirola's-
a really weirdly good year.
Almirola
though.
having a career year.
Yeah, Eric Almirola has been like exactly 8th every week.
Before he goes to the
Um,
David Reagan School of running the super speedways for Rick Ware.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Cindric's been like weirdly anonymous too since he won the Daytona 500. But I mean, part of that's also he's a rookie, so it's kind of like what you expect.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be that far off of his teammates, though, as he's been.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's off of his teammates. Like, I don't think he's top 16 in points anymore, which doesn't matter, right? He's got the race win, but
Let's take a look at the standings.
um,
Yeah, I totally didn't even think about though that like the Fords have been. It's mostly just been like a Chevy show.
it's
up
been
front.
Hendrick and Trackhouse and RCR.
Yeah, Cindric is currently 14th in points.
Okay, well, he's not in the top 10 in points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
like I said, I don't know. It's weird. The Toyotas have been weird. We'll see how this weekend goes.
Speaking of the Fords, though, how about our boy Chase Briscoe?
Hey, between jumping the last restart of stage 2 to get in front of Daniel Suarez to win that stage, and the end of the race.
Oh man,
He was a little silly Billy.
that hurt my heart.
He's on the XM today and just talked about like, oh, I wish I would have got there sooner so I could have like actually done something instead of like doing the full send thing.
Yeah. Disappointing.
He was
honestly.
quick though. I mean, he was probably the fastest guy out there.
Yeah,
felt
I
like.
think a lot of it seemed like general consensus even at the track was that 14 was
When
probably best car.
When Kyle Busch is saying that you're the best car.
Yeah, probably the best car. Especially the way did you see the way he said that?
Yeah, we're
Matt,
the
did you see
best
that
car.
tweet?
We're the best car. Wait,
Kyle was
never
talking
mind.
about how you're like, oh, we're the best car, and then like a couple laps after the that was like under pacing, and then like a couple laps after the restart, he's like, okay, never mind, 14 is the best car.
Oh my god,
it was really
great.
funny.
It was a
Okay.
good drive by Briscoe though to run down Reddick, and it was exciting, right? I mean,
It was exciting.
Yeah, because I thought for sure when he got to battling with Logano, I thought that's when Reddick was going to stretch out his gap more. And then, like, when I was watching it too, it wasn't like he was consistently running down Reddick. It was he would find something every couple laps and knock a couple tenths out or whatever. So, and then, of course, he caught him on the last corner, and then the pain happened. Which sucks because I like both of them a lot.
Yeah.
yeah,
So.
it looked like he clipped the flat at the bottom of the track, and that's really what upset the car. If he maybe goes in there a little more flush with the side of the 8, maybe they don't spin out at least maybe one of them wins the race.
Man, that's what I was thinking, because I kept seeing all these people, he had to make that exact move if he wanted any chance to win the race. It was the only way he could
He
win.
even said that,
And it's
he
like,
could have done
no.
something, like that was the only move he could think of, but like looking back on it.
that was not a good move. It was probably if he wanted to win that race, that's the worst move he could have done.
Yeah.
He had a better shot riding behind him and seeing if Tyler made a mistake, because there's just no way he wins doing that. He dove all the way to the bottom with all the momentum.
Yeah.
And Tyler was down on the racetrack, but Tyler was sliding up the racetrack as well. I mean, they made contact by the time Tyler was in the high groove. There's so much room to use. And honestly, if Chase goes in middle lane, dude, you just bounce off of. He probably wins the race, to be honest with you. Like, I wouldn't agree with the move, but like he probably wins the race and drives away. Like,
and I imagine that's part of it is he didn't want to use up Tyler Reddick trying to pass him. I think he wanted to go in there and clear him and try to slide job him. And
yeah, I get that.
Oh, it was definitely a slide job. I mean,
yeah,
QDL Jr.
wasn't a good
work.
one.
Yeah, no.
It didn't work.
Wasn't a good slide job, but it was one.
Yeah,
and I it was good to skipping ahead a little bit. It was good to hear him actually apologize and like own up to the mistake and do the right thing and like literally go up to the guy and actually apologize and say sorry. And
yeah,
I was very angry at Chase Briscoe for a little bit, but that happened. I was like, okay, all right, you're all right there, Baldy. You're good.
I think I tweeted it out like almost immediately. Like he's gonna deserve every bit of grief that he gets for that move, right?
And he's gonna take it on the chin because that's the kind of guy that Chase Briscoe is. So
okay, that was weird. You made it really weird and wholesome at the end when it really wasn't meant to be that way. We were trying to.
It was a pretty wholesome little thing on pit road, though. I mean, Tyler Reddick was understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell. I don't want Reddick to like be like, oh, that was because he said, oh, it's kind of my fault because I let him run me down. It's like, no.
Yeah,
I get what he's trying to say, but
that's when you're like crew chief or one of the other leaders within your team. That's when hopefully his crew chief is having a conversation.
Richard Childress probably had that conversation with him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like as in like you can't be blaming yourself. That's not your fault. Like
yeah,
because that's a bad thing psychologically to do as a driver.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But after that incident,
point,
Kyle Busch backs into a victory.
So funny, Alex Bowman fan. Dude, he literally admitted it. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought was really funny about it. What I did like about it was Kyle said something about how he's like, I can't remember if that's ever happened before. And I was like, Kyle, you did that last year at the Clash. Like, literally a year ago. The exact same thing happened.
God was like,
I got 60 of them, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
man.
like every time there's a race where like something happens to the top two, I'm like, where's Kyle? Because like obviously the Clash, 2013 Auto Club, last year at Kansas when Larson and Blaney got together, was like, yep, of course Kyle Busch wins that one. 2014 Auto Club was a similar thing where a late caution and it was like, oh, Kyle Busch out of nowhere again. So it's like anytime there's a problem with the leaders, it's like, yep, where's the 18?
You just picked like 4 examples in like a 12-year time span. You realize that's not that often, right?
First off, 9-year span. Second, how often do the top 2 cars wreck each other?
More often than what you just said, so
I'm sorry, but I'm on that side on this one.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, do you want me to throw Brandon Jones in there too while we're at it?
Yeah,
So.
I mean Brandon Jones, look at him.
All 2 times he's done it. So
That's still greater percentage of his wins coming from that than Kyle Busch.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying. You're just salty that Kyle pointed out that Bowman kind of gets lucky with some of his wins and is in the right.
Literally not. I'm not even mad.
No, you seem pretty mad, honestly.
God, the level of projection right now. Somebody call Epson.
Do they make the projectors?
That's a bad joke.
Yeah.
Like no school uses projectors anymore, right? So you're kind of projecting.
What am I even taught?
That's mean.
All right, well, I'm gonna go retire. So
it's to quote the great Colby Martin.
Yep.
I'm not gonna quote him because I can't.
Already pseudo retired from sim racing. Now I'm gonna retire from podcasting.
It was a great run. It was a great run.
Everyone go check out Disqualified for the last Matt content.
Yep, didn't even make it a year.
Everyone go look at Oof Sides.
Yeah, the back catalog of that.
He's gonna go back to stop motion making. How's Provo coming?
I haven't touched it in a hot minute.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
I need to start working on it again.
No, you don't. You just stop motions are stress relief. Pre-race for Fox.
I didn't watch it.
It was good. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I wasn't home.
They had the little race day stage out there, so they had like all the people like woo.
Yeah.
They did it. So the thing that I'm always concerned about when we have new events like this, right? Is building prestige for a race and trying to make that not feel too artificial, right? You have the Daytona 500, you have the Brickyard 400, Coca-Cola 600, you have the Southern 500, you have all these like marquee events on your schedule, tracks, whatever, that are really easy to build the prestige behind winning at those tracks and winning those races. They had Mike Joy do a piece talking about how NASCAR's only raced like 12 times on Easter or something, how 9 of those 12 winners are Hall of Famers, talking about the significance of that, talking about the roots in dirt racing and significance of coming back to it, like a really good piece that tied everything together and added that prestige to the event. Like, hey, this is a big deal. If this is your first time watching NASCAR, which hopefully it was for a lot of people, that was the whole, point of this. Hey, this is a big event. All the drivers want to win this, even if that's not true, right? It doesn't matter if it's not true.
Yeah, I can think of like Kevin Harvick probably didn't want to win it.
But doing that and building that prestige behind the event before the event for people tuning in, really important. They did a really good job. They did a really good pre-race altogether. There weren't any of those corny skits. That's cool, I guess. They treated it like an event instead of treating it like just a race. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Everyone loves the old speed stage. To see people, they need to do this every week. Listen, it costs a lot of money to do that. They're not going to do it every week. Should they do it for Daytona 500 every year? Probably, and they have. They've been setting up in the fan zone there in the infield for the pre-race stuff. They could do it at Talladega. That would be another place that would probably be pretty good. You got a pretty good party scene.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do it for Texas or I guess maybe for the All-Star now, but they're not going to do it for Martinsville or Richmond or
Kansas.
Atlanta. Yeah, that's a great one. Michigan. They're not going to do it for those events because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They're not marquee events. So, again, it was just cool. Saw a lot of people saying, they should do this every week. Don't get your hopes up. That probably goes without saying, but there are financial reasons afoot, as well as, time and money, and I guess that's financial, but...
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper to do that little studio show that they do every week instead of the race day stage that they did this past week.
Yeah. Green screen is very cheap.
Which, by the way, that studio that they have for Race Hub and their studio show is so cool. How they have that, it's just a bunch of green screens everywhere in a desk. It's so cool. Maybe I'm in the minority thinking that. Anyways.
I don't watch Race Hub anymore.
Okay, great. You can head over now to the JTN merch store, get yourself some JTN merch. Davey's always watching the JTN merch store. Trying to pick up some great JTN merch. There is Matthew with his mug. It's got the Fake Racers podcast logo on one side, JTN logo on the other.
I put my JTN cup away.
Ooh, magic.
Got those. We got pint glasses, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. You can head on over to our Twitter and our Facebook now through Friday to enter in our Bristol Producer Tee giveaway. We're going to be giving away one on each platform, so make sure you like those posts and share them or retweet. Stickers, too. A lot of really good stickers.
Yeah.
And keep an eye out for the JTN merch updates, because there might be some updates coming. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. F1 is back this weekend. That's the Badabu Grand Prix in Italy.
Emilia Romagna. San Marino Grand Prix.
No, you're the first time you said I was right.
Well, yeah, but in my heart, it's the San Marino Grand Prix.
San Marino Grand Prix.
Yeah. Although I did see a really good tweet today that said the race in Miami should be called the Dan Marino Grand Prix. So, ew.
That was pretty funny.
You guys suck.
I was just
okay,
looking
you know
at
what?
Davey the whole time.
No.
Davey, what happened to bring the energy, be exciting?
Yeah.
You're just
I got yelled at because I don't plan anything.
You guys finish the show. I'll be back.
The gaslighting is real this week. Oh my god. Joe, come back, please.
Joe's actually gone. So
Mom
Formula
and Dad,
One,
stop fighting.
Formula One's going to Monza, Forza Ferrari. Guys,
I thought it was Imola this week.
Oh yeah, Italian Grand Prix. I read Italian, thought Monza. It's Imola. It's definitely Imola.
Yep.
Monza's later. Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know who's usually good at Imola. I don't. And plus, this season is probably just going to be Ferrari and Red Bull.
Yeah, because they went back to Imola in 2020, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
So it's kind of a crapshoot because new rules at a track we haven't raced at very much in the last 15 years. So
not really. Yeah. And there's always the potential of Mercedes finally figuring something out too. So they don't have a bad car necessarily. There's just problems with the current car that they got. That's probably more or less a solid car. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to tuning into that because I love Imola. Imola is
Yeah.
a fantastic racetrack.
It's a crime that Imola wasn't on the schedule for like 15 years.
Yes,
So
agreed.
love that
Absolutely
place.
agreed. Joe's still not back. Joe's still not back.
There's no rules now.
Let's take a brief moment.
Hey, there he is.
Joe's on the ground. Joe's on the ground. I was gonna say let's have a brief moment of silence for Joe Tawinski.
Yeah. Somebody, I'll play taps on wherever my phone is. Okay, where is my phone? I don't know. I'll find it. Joe, do you have any strong opinions about the?
Nope, don't know what's
F1
going
race in
on.
Imola?
So I was kind of trying to
Okay.
let you guys have a segment where you could talk, and apparently you can't let your children play by themselves.
No, you can't.
We're
But that's why we
intelligent.
just did it and nailed it. Actually,
Yeah.
in fact, it was better when you were gone. You want to leave so we can do the rest of the podcasting?
Yep, go ahead. I'll be under my desk.
I would do the same, but I'm afraid mine's going to collapse on me. So
No, Joe, come back. Oh my god. Oh my.
Joe.
Oh my gosh. He's wiggling his chair around.
Yeah. It's
No,
pretty
I'm
sick
The
not.
audio
gamer chair,
listeners
though.
are having such a good
I'm not
time.
wiggling my chair.
The audio listeners
not.
are having such a good time.
It's a pretty sick gamer chair, Joe. Do you do any gaming?
I don't actually.
No.
Probably should get like a more ergonomic chair.
It's pretty based. Yeah, I just have like a $40 office chair from Office Depot. Which honestly, it probably should have bought a more expensive one because I've had it for 2 years and like the padding in the bottom of it's already worn out. So
Mhm.
that's not good. But I also use it a lot. So anyway, Talladega.
Talladega, the Mac is back, baby.
Yeah.
The Mac is back. Larry
There-
Mac.
Jeffrey Earnhardt going to be in the 3-car for RCR. Larry Mack on top of the box.
That is so cool.
That's
Am
what
I
I'm
the only
saying.
one who remembers the rumors that Jeffrey Earnhardt was going to drive the 3 truck for RCR after Ty Dillon moved up to Xfinity in 2014?
Yeah, I guess you.
'Cause-
I don't remember that.
Because I remember seeing on Ruraw back in the day a render of a Bass Pro Shops truck. And there was a lot of discussion about that, and then it never became a thing. So maybe it's just made up, but I feel like I'm the only person who remembers that. Maybe I'll have to tweet it later, see if anybody else remembers.
Yeah, just tweet it. You know,
Yeah.
someone will remember,
Oh yeah, for sure.
even if they're misremembering.
So
Agreed.
anyway, yeah, I'm super pumped to see Larry Mack back.
On the pit box, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually really excited for that. That's freaking awesome.
You know what would be really
Yeah.
sad?
No.
Don't don't say it.
messed
Don't you
up.
dare.
That's messed up.
Hey, I thought
God,
the same thing at Martinsville with Junior, and it almost happened. So
Stop it.
That's messed up.
what's messed up?
You.
I was gonna say, what if he won?
You.
How was that messed up?
That's what I'm asking.
That's messed up, Joe. How's that
You were
messed
the
up?
one who said what's messed up.
Joe, that's messed up.
Did I? I don't remember
That's
saying
what-
that.
how is that messed up, Joe?
Hit rewind. Figure it out.
How is that messed up?
Joe's gonna go back and overdub over the show to make it seem like we're idiots.
Or make it
I
seem
don't
like
think
we
I
know what
have
we're
to.
talking about.
I don't have to overdub anything to make you guys
Oh,
sound like idiots.
good one,
Yeah.
good one, you freaking dorkazoid. All right, let's move on.
I don't think I've ever been called that. Thank you.
Good,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Who you got in Xfinity?
Drew
I got-
Dollar.
I've got Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Oh,
Apparently,
I was gonna pick Jeffrey.
You can pick Jeffrey too. We can both pick Jeffrey.
Nah, I gotta branch out. Hang on.
I think Austin
Branch
Hill would
out.
probably be a good pick, right?
Branch
Oh, that-
out, bro.
No,
Sheldon
Creed.
Creed.
Sheldon Creed.
There we go. Thank you.
Or,
Thank you, Vince
or
Welch.
I could kick the hornet's nest and pick Brandon Brown, but
What hornet's nest? Why is it a hornet's nest?
because
Drew Dollar.
Never mind. Whatever.
I mean, Davey
Give me
picked
Sheldon
Drew
Creed.
Dollar. That's like 1,000 times worse. Can't wait for
That's
him,
like
him to wreck in the ARCA race and the Cup race or Xfinity
In the
race.
picking
same
Brandon-
exact spot.
if
again.
picking Brandon Brown's like kicking the hornet's nest, picking Drew Dollar is like kicking
Waterboarding yourself. Oh,
Oh my god. But yeah, give me Sheldon Creed.
should I put $1 on Drew Dollar to win the race?
Yes, absolutely.
Somehow you're gonna
100%.
lose more money than you bet.
Sunday, Dale Jr. gonna be in the Fox booth as their
Why?
guest analyst.
Oh.
Um,
It's pretty cool.
It's cool. I'm excited.
It was funny.
Wait a minute, how's he doing this on NBC? He probably asked. By the way, that's probably why. Probably how. He's probably like, "Hey, can I do this?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure."
It sounds like Fox probably went to NBC and asked them and said, "Well, we can like." It sounds like Fox was like, "Oh, we'll make sure to promote the rest of the NASCAR season instead of just promoting our half." Which is great negotiating.
What's funny too is like when NBC did their pre-race stuff, or like their they did, or was it? I think it was at the Super Bowl, or was the Super Bowl before or after the Clash? I can't remember.
Before.
Yeah. Bro. So
wait, no, it was like, after.
Oh, that's right. They had Junior and I think Rutledge Wood recording like a promo or something for the Clash, and they were like, "Make sure to watch it on Fox."
No. Wait.
Yeah, the Clash was before the Super Bowl, I think. Either way, they had Junior on NBC. Junior and Rutledge Wood on NBC promote Fox's broadcast, so it's not
promote
the first
the Daytona
time.
500.
Yeah, and they were like, "Make sure to watch it on." No, they were promoting the Clash.
No, they weren't, because if the Clash was before the Super Bowl.
No, it was like a spot. They were down in LA, and it was whatever. Never mind.
Why is this so hard?
I don't know. I'm very stupid. So
well, Super Bowl 2022. Congrats to Matthew Stafford and Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, we're only 2 months late on this one.
February 13th, and the Clash was on the 6th.
A little bit behind.
Yeah. So either way, it was Junior was at the LA Coliseum.
Yeah.
Recording something for NBC and plugged the Fox broadcast.
Fox NASCAR. Not for the Clash.
Anyway, there's crossover.
We got to make sure we're presenting the right things.
Yeah. Somebody really cares about their Dale Jr. cross-platform promos.
I do. I think it's really cool. Yeah. I think people should do more cross-platform promotion. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I was going to make a joke about somebody with their Twitter handle having Dale Jr. in it, but then I remembered that my YouTube channel is called Dale Jr. 88 Rocks.
Davey's not having fun. It'll be fun though. I'm excited to see Dale Jr. and Clint Boyer in the booth and to finally have a good one-to-one comparison on the two working with Mike Joy. So that'll be exciting. I can't wait for Clint Boyer to look even. Poor DW, man. Clint Boyer was just being mean to him by the end of the broadcast. It was like, what are you doing, Clint?
Yeah, DW was probably too tired to even remember anything, so. Well past his bedtime.
Hey, Daryl was pretty good this past weekend.
No, he was. He was really good.
Daryl Waltrip was very good in small doses.
The fact that Daryl Waltrip came back and the podcast wasn't, talking about how bad the broadcast was.
Yeah.
Probably did a pretty good job.
I don't know.
Slotted right in.
Thought he was doing. When he retired, I thought the whole reason he was doing bad was because he just didn't jive with Jeff Gordon.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
I thought he was still fine in the booth. Like, people are like, oh, he's so crazy and wacky and all this. It's like, they're all retired race car drivers. The cars change every year. I don't know. Now you got one guy that literally has a vested interest in 4 cars in the field. Like, where's the bias there? Yeah. Cup picks.
Landon Castle.
I was going to say, is Ryan Preece running the Cup race?
No, because it's David Reagan.
Okay. Give me...
Taking Brad Keselowski, so...
I'm feeling stupid. Give me Ty Dillon. No, Eric Jones. Eric Jones is a pretty good plate racer. So.
Oh, he is. It just, I don't like the whole I'm feeling stupid comment.
I like Eric Jones, but when I say I'm feeling stupid, I'm like, let's get crazy with this pick. So... Instead of picking
Don't make me argue why that's not a crazy pick. Anyways.
Petty GMS. They're not good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There you go.
How quick we forget. How quick
what do you mean?
Forget. You don't remember Auto Club?
I could... Oh, damn it.
At the 44-minute and 20-second mark.
Yeah.
Davey swore for the first
Kids,
time.
cover your ears. I can't remember what I was going to say.
Anyway, never mind.
Auto
Doesn't
Club was also like a month and a half ago.
Hey,
matter.
I'm just saying.
Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Saying he's been
Whatever.
doing that 43 team's a
Yeah,
little bit better
It's
than
been
people
running
give him
good.
credit
They're
for.
just not finishing, unfortunately. which breaks my heart.
Um,
I'm not.
so that's the
I
end
mean,
of this
they're not
episode.
finished.
I'm literally on your side.
And I literally like Eric Jones.
Yes,
Like,
I'm praising him.
like, what is going on here? What are we doing?
That's gonna do it for this week's episode of the Fake Racers podcast. A bunch of nonsense once again. We definitely rubbed some dirt on the emotions tonight.
Yeah,
Heyo, that's not gonna be the title of this episode or anything.
rub some dirt on it.
It totally isn't the title of this episode, but
Yeah.
totally. Wink, wink. Can't thank you folks again enough for getting us to that 1,000 subscriber mark over on our main YouTube. Make sure if you haven't already, go over there, subscribe. You're subscribed over here on JTN2. You're following us on your favorite podcast platform of preference, or your preferential podcast platform, Triple P. Matthew, where can they find out more about from you?
You can find me on Twitter at amsteelman51. I'm also on YouTube, Daily Junior 88 Rocks with an X at the end because I'm 14.
Mm-hmm.
I've been posting slightly more on Instagram at _unofficial_bay. Go watch me slam on my side hack. That was fun. Maybe I'll have to post the little 4-second video I recorded on Sunday of me riding on the back of a golf cart as we're flying down some fire roads up in Forest Hill. So, yeah, that's where you can find me.
I'm
Davey,
Davey
are you
Hazard.
playing a little
can find
footy?
me at Davey Hazard on Twitter, at D7H5 on Instagram, and you can find me D7H5 on Twitch. That's me. Make sure you do me or
What
do
was
that.
Whoa. What was the other thing we were going to shout out at the beginning of the episode? I forget.
Oh no!
Wow, way to not plan to remember, idiot.
God.
It
Oh,
was pretty-
hashtag free Merzlak. That's what
There-
it was.
there it is.
No, it's not.
Go check out the Maverick Cup Series finish from last week over on JTN. It's a doozy.
It's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
The views and beliefs of Matthew Steelman do not reflect the opinions of JTN as a whole. So.
Mine reflect my opinions, and that crap was funny. Free Steven Merzlak.
Free
Really
Merzlak. Free my man.
Free my man's Merzlaks.
Yep.
I love it.
Also,
when-
PTR's
Not my winner.
rebranding. There's gonna be new PTR merch. Hey, go get your new PTR merch when it comes out. It's rebranding time, baby. We're Ferrari now, basically. Thanks. Idiots.
You guys are switching to Ferrari and you're not even running red cars. That makes me mad.
Here's the deal. We're using factory Ferrari colors. There's
Uh-huh.
gonna be a red car.
Okay, there better be.
But there's also gonna be a Ferrari yellow, and there's those other Ferrari colors that are factory car colors.
Okay, good.
So it's a theme. It's the theme. It's the theme. It's the theme. It's the
Is-
theme. It's the theme.
Is
it's
there
the
going to be
theme.
like a Ferrari?
Yes.
Okay, cool. What about a Forza sponsored Ferrari?
Okay. Anyway,
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys next week on the Fake Racers podcast.
wait, we're ending right now?
yeah, we're done. Bye. See ya.